Today we'll be stringing a mid pocket in the Under Armour Command just like so. It'll have a nice defined placement and a very nice channel, as you can see, so the ball will come out nice and accurately when you're shooting and passing. So let's get to the tutorial. So before we begin the tutorial, you will need a 9 diamond top string. As you can see I have here, you're going to do that 9 diamond top string on the second hole of the head, as you can see. So once again, 9 diamond top string on the second hole of the head. So to begin the tutorial, I'm going to start with putting my string through the third hole on the head, just like so. And we're just going to simply loop the first mesh hole like normal. So through that first mesh hole, back through that same sidewall hole, and up and through the mesh hole once again. Nice and tight. So now what we're going to do is skip the next two sidewall holes and go down through the next mesh loop. And we're going to do an SI, so we're going to go into the plastic, making sure to skip those two sidewall holes through the loop that we create. As you can see, up, down, so it's nice and tight, and then up and through the bottom of that same mesh loop. Just like so. So now we're going to do that again, except we're only going to skip one sidewall hole, so down through the top of the next mesh hole, into the plastic, making sure to skip one sidewall hole. Pull that nice and tight, and then up and through the bottom of that same mesh loop. Just like so. Alright, so now that we have those two SIs, we're going to do a KSI to lock down the channel. So we're going to go down through the top of the next mesh hole, and we're going to put our string into the plastic, and we're going to leave a little loop just like so. So now I'm going to take my string and go through the back of that same loop, and to signify that this is a KSI, there should be like a little pretzel, as you can see. So now that I have that from the inside, I'm going to pull this string through just like so. I'm going to take my fingers and just pinch the sidewall string to the plastic like so, and then all I need to do is pull my leading string downwards, nice and tight. And then we're going to take our string once again and go back up and through the bottom of that same mesh hole, just like so. So now we're going to start to create the pocket. We're going to skip the next sidewall hole and go through the bottom of the next mesh hole, just like so, and do that once again to the next following mesh hole. So now we should have a 2, and what we're going to do is a 2 KSI. So we're going to do down through the top of the next mesh loop, just like so. And now to start to create the pocket, I'm going to take my piece of mesh and pull it up from the middle and towards the scoop. I'm going to take my string and pull it downwards so it anchors next to the plastic. So now what I need to do is take my string, making sure to skip one sidewall hole, go into the next one. We're going to put our string through and leave a little bit of a loop like so. Then, like we did before, from the back through that loop. So once again, we should have that pretzel, as you can see. And then all I need to do is from the inside is pull that string through, just like that. Pinch the sidewall string to the plastic, and then pull our leading end down, nice and tight. So to finish off that KSI, we're going to go back up and through that same mesh loop. And then we're going to do, since we're still creating the pocket, we need to pull the center of the mesh up towards the scoop once again, and then take our string and pull it downwards, just like so. So now we've started to form the pocket. Now what we're going to do is do an SI. So we're gonna go down through the top of the next mesh hole. We're gonna take the center of the mesh and pull it up towards the scoop once again. Anchor that mesh loop down to the plastic by pulling the string. We're gonna go into the plastic of the head, through the loop that we create, up and down to make it nice and tight, and then from the bottom and up of that same mesh hole, just like so. So now we should have that 2 KSI and then 1 SI. So we're going to do another SI. So we're going to take the center of the mesh and put up towards the scoop one more time because we're still creating the pocket. We're going to go down through the top of the next mesh hole. Just like so. We're going to anchor that mesh loop to the plastic by pulling the string downwards into the plastic with our leading in, through the hole that we create, like so, up, then down to make it nice and tight, and from the bottom of that same mesh loop. Just like so. So now to finish off the pocket, what we need to do is skip the next sidewall hole and do an interlock. So we're going to go into the plastic first. We're going to leave that a little bit of a loop, as you can see here. And then from the inside of the head, you can see I have this mesh loop right here. We're going to take our string and go right through that loop. Then we're going to take our leading in and go up and through that loop that we left, just like so. So now we need to take the top of the mesh once again and pull it up towards the scoop. Pull this string up and then down so it anchors down nice and tight. And now to tie off, we're going to take our string, go back and through that same mesh loop but to the inside, just like so. And then we're going to go out and through the next sidewall hole, just like that, and then pull that nice and tight. And then what we need to do is simply tie a knot. Just like so. Alright, so after that we should have a nice mid pocket, as you can see. Nice defined placement. Also should have a pretty good channel, like so. This will be great for any position, really. Midfield attack, even on a long pole, will work great. Shouldn't have too much whip for you. So that's it for the mid pocket. If you enjoyed this video or you found it helpful, be sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching.